Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with a final video on the Nissan Skyline Aoshima kit. It was Nissan Skyline GTR with the Liberty Walk body kit on it, and I just wanted to do a quick build on this. It took longer than I wanted, but it's done, and I'm happy with the result. As you saw in the last video, I went with Moon Ice theme, and it's a speed shop from California, and so I ordered some decals with delivery, with the logos here, and yeah, I wanted just to build something quick, something that I know goes together well. I like these kits. It's easily one of my favorite kits to build. So I went and went with this theme. I wanted to do a yellow car, yellow version. So that's why another reason why I chose the Moon Ice. So yeah, for the most part, this build is mostly all box stock. It's a curbside. For you, some of you wondering, this kit does come with this hood open. It does have engine bay, but the kit doesn't bring a motor. Some Aoshima stock kits, GTR kits, come with the motor. I don't know why they didn't add that, but I had the options to put the motor because I have a resin copy of it. But I decided to just do a quick build, easier. So I went this route. Pretty much I just added a couple of touches. What I did, I lower it more. I like my cars to be slammed on the ground as if they were on air ride. So I lowered the suspension a little more, where it's really down in the ground. Give the car some attitude. Those are That's what I do with most of my cars. So that's number one. Um, the wheel centers, those are turned aluminum disc that I got custom made by Michael Newport out on Facebook. He makes custom wheels, so he went and did those for me. That was the main focus on the build that I wanted. I wanted to incorporate that wheel, that look. So he did the centers for me, and then I used the sleeves from the stock wheels on the car. Um, Another thing, I use different Aoshima tires because the one in the kit are nice, but they just too thin. The profile was too thin for my liking, so I use these tires. Yeah. This is the version one out of these kits. There there's about five different ones. Um, but they're all good kits. They probably just have a couple of different things like decals, and some of them have different front bumper, different rear wing. Um, this one is the kit, the version one with the flush wing. And what I did with that flush wing, I felt it was too small, so I ended up adding more styrene, making it a little bit bigger. So I just felt like the car asked for that. So that's that. Interior, I just added seatbelt. Um, and then with the decals, I just went with some of the kit decals, and some of some of the Moon Eyes decals that I ordered separately. Let me see if I can get you guys closer. Give me a second. And what I'll do is I'll get the this thing on turning. Yeah, so for paint I used Tamiya primer, Tamiya TS, I forgot what number TS, but it's just straight yellow, and for Tamiya. And as far as clear, I wanted to try new clear that I got. It's a three-part clear. It's a House of Color um show clear, and that's a 3-part clear, and I wanted to try that on this build, so that was another thing. I still love my Tamiya clear, but I wanted to try something a little bit more urethane, little bit more something a little more thick, because I some of these kits that I'm building now have a lot of decals. So with using a using a clear like a urethane, you can bury the decals in clear, and they'll smooth out when you wet sand and buff it. They tend to just smooth out under the clear, and it looks a lot better. Um, it the one thing I did learn is this is a real car paint clear, so it's definitely harder to wet sand and buff. It got to the point where I still saw I did my usual steps that I do when I polish my clear, but I had to go a little further and actually use this Dremel with this attachment. Um, and what made me feel like I can use this on this clear is because is definitely harder. So it's a little more forgiving. You can you're not gonna burn as easy with this type of clear as opposed to any lacquer clear, so like Tamiya. So I went and used this, and it worked out really good. I'm happy. So this was just a learning curve as well with the clear. Let me see other things I did. um I don't know if you can tell, but I have on the wheels, I added valve stems, aluminum valve stems. As you see it there, and you might be able to pick it up. Let me see if I can focus. Pick up right there. Those are valve stems from Parks by Park. So I just wanted to add that detail. Also, these exhaust tips, they came from they're photo edge. They're actually turned aluminum. They came from a another GTR, a photo edge set for this car. So I went in and I used them for that, and they turned out really good. So basically, like I wanted to keep the theme where it's just yellow, black, and it's a little bit of white. Everything else, even down to the tail lights, I painted them black. And it's cool. It's something different, and honestly, there's technology today where tail lights could look black and then they turn on bright red. So I figured I went with that route, and I put my logo there on the top. And this is basically a sister kit to the other Skyline that I did, the Avan one. Um, and I just wanted to put them side by side. Another thing I did, I posed the front suspension to be turned. I just felt it gives it a little more character, and yeah, I just added more decals on the windshield. I just wanted it to be clean, slammed, and I wanted a quick build to finish another something new to for the year, to finish off the year. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. I hope you guys like it. I had a ton of fun with this build. I wish it was faster, but it just the wet sanding process took longer. Plus, I had a mishap with one of the fenders. I made a crack, so I had to make a repair. But that's all good now. It's all fixed, and that's that's, you guys know, it's just part of modeling, And yeah, so the last thing, in this car is 99% done. The last thing I want to do is probably paint the rivets that go around the fenders, these over fenders. I want to paint those rivets. but I'll do that one of these days when I'm totally awake and everything. So I'll paint all those rivets, and then I just gotta do some touch ups here and there. Um, Other than that, that's that's the Moon Eyes build, and I call this being this is Liberty Walk, and it's Moon Eyes. I'm calling this the Moonwalk build. So it's cool because Brian from BG came up with that. He said, "Oh, you can call it that," and I'm running with it. Thanks BG for the for naming my build. So yeah, so that was that. I just want to also thank everybody for the support as always. Thanks for watching, and this might be my last video for the year. So if it is, I just want to wish everyone happy holidays and a prosperous new year, and just looking forward to the new season of shows, and watching your guys videos, and that's about it. Let me see what else. One more thing I wanted to add. In the interior, I made the seats black, and I put Moon Eye decals on the seats. What I'll do is I'll do some shoot photos of the progress on the end. In the back here, these are decals that Moon Eye decals, license plate set that is from Highlight Studios. I'll show you guys a picture of that. It was perfect for this build. And yeah, so like, let me just last thing before what I'll do is I'll put these two together. Let me get this out the way for a second. Excuse me, guys. I kind of think these two look good together. Let's see how this looks. Let's see if I can make this happen. Yeah, so here's the Moon Eyes and the Avant one I did last year. And if you guys want to do a nice kit that goes together well, this one's not hard to do. It involves a little cutting to put the fenders over, but it's not hard at all. I recommend it. And like again, guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.